News Services Division of Akashvani now brings you our year-end program 2025 Year of Reforms. The anchors are Lalima Aneja Dang and Amrit Bhushan. The program is written and edited by Tripti Srivastav and produced by KP Singh.
Namaskar. Welcome to Year-Ender Program 2025, the Year of Reforms. I am Lalima Aneja Dang and with me is my co-anchor Amrit Bhushan. Soon 2025 will gently fade into memory and we will usher in 2026 with the memory of moments that left a lasting impact on our lives, plus the stories and experiences that shaped our times.
Indeed, Lalima, 2025 has been a year of big leaps and big moments. In today's program, we will look into the big steps India took towards becoming a developed nation.
The year 2025 marked India's continued rise as a fast-growing global economic force, driven by a strong reform agenda and sustained momentum. In his last Mann Ki Baat of the year, Prime Minister Narendra Modi recalled the major events of the year.
2025 ने हमें ऐसे कई पल दिए जिन पर हर भारतीय को गर्व हुआ। देश की सुरक्षा से लेकर खेल के मैदान तक, विज्ञान की प्रयोगशालाओं से लेकर दुनिया के बड़े मंचों तक भारत ने हर जगह अपनी मजबूत छाप छोड़ी। इस साल ऑपरेशन सिंदूर हर भारतीय के लिए गर्व का प्रतीक बन गया। आज का भारत अपनी सुरक्षा से कोई समझौता नहीं करता। यही जज्बा तब भी देखने को मिला जब वंदे मातरम के 150 वर्ष पूरे हुए। 2025 खेल के लिहाज से भी एक यादगार साल रहा। हमारी पुरुष क्रिकेट टीम ने आईसीसी चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी जीती। महिला क्रिकेट टीम ने पहली बार विश्व कप अपने नाम किया। भारत की बेटियों ने विमेन्स ब्लाइंड T20 वर्ल्ड कप जीतकर इतिहास रच दिया। एशिया कप T20 में भी तिरंगा शान से लहराया। पैरा एथलीटों ने विश्व चैंपियनशिप में कई पदक जीतकर ये साबित किया कि कोई बाधा हौसलों को नहीं रोक सकती। विज्ञान और अंतरिक्ष क्षेत्र में भी शुभांशु शुक्ला पहले भारतीय बने जो इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन तक पहुंचे। 2025 में आस्था, संस्कृति और भारत की अद्वितीय विरासत सब एक साथ दिखाई दी। प्रयागराज महाकुंभ के आयोजन ने पूरी दुनिया को चकित किया। साल के अंत में अयोध्या में राम मंदिर पर ध्वजारोहण के कार्यक्रम ने हर भारतीय को गर्व से भर दिया। स्वदेशी को लेकर भी लोगों का उत्साह खूब दिखाई दिया। लोग वही सामान खरीद रहे हैं जिसमें किसी भारतीय का पसीना लगा हो। आज हम गर्व से कह सकते हैं 2025 ने भारत को और अधिक आत्मविश्वास दिया है।
2025 will be remembered as the year India consciously chose to think bigger, move faster and reform deeper. Under Prime Minister Modi, it became a defining moment when the country shed layers of outdated laws, simplified its tax and regulatory structures, opened new frontiers for industry and aligned governance with the aspirations of a confident nation. Surpassing every global estimate, the Indian economy showed a staggering 8.2% GDP growth in 2025.
So listeners, without wasting any time, let's take you to this special 30-minute rewind through the year. We will begin today's story with the launch of Operation Sindoor on May the 7th in response to the Pahalgam terror attack. 26 tourists visiting Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir were killed in the attack by terrorists of the Resistance Front, which is an offshoot of Pakistan-based terrorist group Lashkar-e-Toiba. In a coordinated and decisive action, the Indian Army, Air Force and Navy jointly carried out strikes on terrorist bases located in Pakistan. The briefings by Wing Commander Vyomika Singh and Colonel Sophia Qureshi have been etched in our memories forever.
मैं कर्नल सोफिया कुरैशी और मेरे साथ विंग कमांडर व्योमिका सिंह आज आपको 6 से 7 मई 2025 की रात 1:05 से 1:30 बजे के बीच भारतीय सशस्त्र बलों द्वारा अंजाम दिए गए ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के बारे में जानकारी देंगे।
Operation Sindoor was launched by Indian Armed Forces to deliver justice to the victims of Pahalgam terror attack and their families. 9 terrorist camps were targeted and successfully destroyed. Over the last 3 decades, Pakistan has systematically built terror infrastructure. It is a complex web of recruitment and indoctrination centers, training areas for initial and refresher courses, and launch pads for handlers.
The operation marked the first offensive where multiple high-value targets were hit simultaneously, neutralizing terror launch pads and infrastructure across the LOC and inside Pakistan. Air Marshal A.K. Bharti, the Director General Air Operations of the Indian Air Force, gives details on Indian operations.
This was time to convey some message to our adversaries, and therefore a decision was taken to strike where it would hurt. And towards that, in a swift, coordinated, calibrated attack, we struck his air bases, command centers, military infrastructure, air defense systems across the entire Western Front. The bases we struck include Chaklala, Rafiki, and mind you, Chaklala is Islamabad, Rahim Yar Khan, Sakar, sending a clear message that aggression will not be tolerated.
Operation Sindoor showcased Made in India firepower, with the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile drawing particular attention.
As we talk about country's defense, the year also achieved new heights in defense production, which was solely driven by Make in India. It grew from 40,000 crore rupees in 2014 to over 1.54 lakh crore rupees, reflecting India's emergence as a credible global defense manufacturing hub. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh flagged off the first batch of BrahMos missiles manufactured at the BrahMos Aerospace Unit in Lucknow.
The government gave nod to record defense projects: helicopters, submarines, fighter jets, missiles, strengthening the Army, the Navy and the Air Force together. From the US to France and Armenia, Indian defense exports now reach over 100 countries, with 77% production from defense PSUs and 23% from the private industry. Talking of reforms, by merging 29 laws into 4 labor codes, the system became simpler for businesses and more secure for workers. The reforms strengthened wages, workplace safety and social security for a workforce of over 64 crore Indians.
Nearly 1 crore gig workers now receive annual social security support. The reforms are expected to expand the formal workforce by 15% while bringing nearly 50 crore working-age women into the labour pool.
Labour and Employment Ministry said that over the past decade, India has expanded social security coverage, rising from 19% of the workforce in year 2015 to more than 64% in 2025. It stated that the implementation of the 4 labour codes marks the next major step in this trajectory, further widening the social security net and embedding portability of benefits across states and sectors. The ministry said that the 4 new labour codes will guarantee timely minimum wages for all workers, appointment letters for the youth, equal pay and respect for women, social security for 40 crore workers, and gratuity for fixed-term employees after 1 year of employment. These reforms will also ensure free annual health checkup for workers above 40 years of age, double wages for overtime, full coverage health security for workers in hazardous sectors, and guarantee of social justice for workers as per international standards. Aman Yadav, Akashvani News, Delhi.
Another big reform came in the form of second-generation GST reforms, with rationalized 5% and 18% slabs and faster compliance. It aims to ease tax burden on daily essentials, boost consumption, simplify compliance for MSMEs and exporters.
Reduction from 18 or from 12 to 5%. I list out those items, all of whom have come to 5% from either 18 or from 12. Common man items such as hair oil, toilet soap, soap bars, shampoos, toothbrushes, toothpaste, bicycles, tableware, kitchenware and other household articles have all come to 5, whether they were in 18 or whether they were 12. Similarly, reduction of GST from 5% to nil. 5 से 0 में जाने वाले items indicate कर रहा हूँ. Ultra high temperature milk, the UHT milk, chena or paneer, all the Indian breads will see nil rate. So roti, chapati or paratha or whatever it is, they all come to nil.
Reduction in life and health insurance also ensured annual savings of 50,000 crores due to reduced premiums, leading to better uptake of life and health insurance.
2025 also brought a transformative shift for India's middle class, giving them a major tax relief. For the first time, people earning up to 12 lakh rupees a year paid zero income tax, leaving families with more money to save, invest and spend.
Simultaneously, India replaced the old Income Tax Act of 1961, burdened with 4,000 plus amendments and thousands of complexities, with the modern Simplified Income Tax Act.
In 2025, the Modi government opened India's insurance sector to up to 100% foreign investment. This reform is expected to bring insurance cover to 8 to 10 crore new people over the next 5 years and attract $8 to $12 billion in fresh foreign investment, strengthening services and reducing pressure on government finances.
By this amendment, global insurers will now see that the market is further opening up and they will be able to bring in substantial capital directly and attract more insurance companies into India. Greater the competition, better the benefit for the policyholder or a new person who wants to take an insurance.
Under the Jan Vishwas reforms, over 200 minor offences were decriminalised, outdated laws were removed, and the repealing and amendment bill pushed this reform deeper, improving ease of doing business.
In a world marked by uncertainty and frequent policy reversals, India stood out for consistency with ambition. Across global institutions and strategic forums, India was praised as a country that plans long-term, executes at scale, and delivers without noise.
That confidence is now being backed by global data and international recognition. The World Bank has credited India with achieving near universal financial inclusion, marking one of the fastest and largest inclusion drives anywhere in the world. India has surged from 81st to 38th in the Global Innovation Index since 2015, reflecting a stronger innovation and startup ecosystem.
The World Bank has ranked India among the world's most equal societies, with lower income inequality compared to China, the United States, and all G7 and G20 countries.
The International Labour Organization has recognized India for a historic expansion of social protection, covering hundreds of millions. S&P Global upgraded India's sovereign credit rating after nearly 2 decades, citing stronger economic fundamentals.
The International Monetary Fund has recognized India's Unified Payments Interface, or UPI, as the world's largest real-time payment system, accounting for 49% of all such transactions globally. This growing global confidence was clearly reflected at the IMF World Bank meetings in Washington, where IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva described India as a key engine of global growth.
Well, India, the most impressive thing India has done is policy reforms, tax reform, making it simpler. The digital infrastructure, which is public, it allows everybody to tap in and benefit from it. I think India needs to stay that course of reforming the economy.
In 2025, India strengthened its economic future through major trade agreements. Deals with the UK, Oman and New Zealand expanded duty-free access for Indian goods in these countries.
मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि कई वर्षों की मेहनत के बाद आज दोनों देशों के बीच कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इकोनॉमिक एंड ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट संपन्न हुआ है। यह समझौता मात्र आर्थिक साझेदारी नहीं, बल्कि साझा समृद्धि की योजना है।
India also operationalized free trade agreement with the European Free Trade Association this year. The deal marks India's first trade pact with developed European economies like Switzerland and Norway. Let's talk about turning points in India's science and technology story this year. India didn't just adopt global technologies, it began shaping them. From artificial intelligence to space, semiconductors to nuclear energy, India's journey towards Vikasit Bharat at 2047 gathered powerful momentum.
Under the India AI mission, over 10,000 crore rupees were committed to ethical, people-first artificial intelligence. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav shared India's AI and electronics manufacturing vision.
We have done India AI mission in which 34,000 GPUs are today available as a common compute facility for all our innovators.
And just a week ago, the news came that globally, India has surged to third place in Stanford University's AI Vibrancy Index, only behind the US and China.
2025 marked India's bold entry into advanced semiconductor design with new 3-nanometer chip facilities launched in Noida and Bengaluru. IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav inaugurated the facility in May this year. India also unveiled its indigenous Vikram 32 chip, reinforcing the vocal for local push in strategic technology.
We started the new Semiconductor Design Center of Renesas. The key point about this center is, first time in our country, 3-nanometer chips, which are most advanced, will be designed here in India end-to-end.
The Semicon India 2025 summit showcased India's ambition to become a global semiconductor hub, attracting top international players while domestic efforts strengthened under the Make in India vision.
आपकी भाषा में कहूं, डिजाइन तैयार है, मास्क अलाइंड है. अब टाइम प्रिसिजन के साथ एजुकेशन करने का है और स्केल पर डिलीवर करने का है. हमारी पॉलिसी शॉर्ट टर्म सिग्नल नहीं है, ये लॉन्ग टर्म कमिटमेंट्स है. आपकी हर जरूरत को हम पूरा करेंगे. वो दिन दूर नहीं जब पूरी दुनिया कहेगी डिजाइन इन इंडिया, मेड इन इंडिया.
To secure the foundations of future tech, India launched the National Critical Mineral Mission with an outlay of 16,300 crore rupees.
देश के सामर्थ्य को बढ़ाने के लिए हमने नेशनल क्रिटिकल मिनरल मिशन भी लॉन्च किया है. इसके तहत देश में अलग अलग जगह पर 1,200 से अधिक खोजी अभियान चलाए जाएंगे. क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स को तलाशा जाएगा.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
In space, India scaled new heights. History was made as Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla became the first Indian to visit the International Space Station.
New chapter in space takes flight. Godspeed AX4.
सबसे पहला विचार क्या है आप?
प्रधानमंत्री जी जो बहुत मोदी से बोलते जब पहली बार भारत को देखा, भारत सच में बहुत भव्य दिखता है, बहुत बड़ा दिखता है. जितना हम मैप पे देखते हैं उससे कहीं ज्यादा बड़ा है.
ISRO executed some of its most complex and globally significant missions. A major highlight was the successful launch of NISAR, that is NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar, aboard the GSLV F-16, setting new global benchmarks in Earth observation. India also became the fourth nation to achieve in-space docking, and private players like Skyroot Aerospace entered orbital launches.
ISRO achieved another milestone with the launch of India's heaviest satellite ever launched aboard Bahubali LVM-3 rocket.
Across rail, road, aviation, maritime and digital infrastructure, the country turned ambitious plans into tangible reality for millions, connecting even the remotest corners to the nation's growth story.
In the northeast, Mizoram was finally integrated into India's national railway network. The 51-kilometer Bairabi-Sairang line now connects Aizhol directly to India's railway grid for the first time in independent India. Regional connectivity got a boost with Bihar's first Vande Metro connecting Jayanagar to Patna. Fully air-conditioned and non-reservation, it now covers the route in 5.5 hours compared to 8 hours earlier. A long-cherished national objective, the world's highest railway bridge, the Chenab Bridge, was inaugurated. The bridge connects the Kashmir Valley to the rest of India through all-weather rail.
Mata Vaishno Devi ke आशीर्वाद से आज वादी कश्मीर भारत के रेल नेटवर्क से जुड़ गई। चेनाब ब्रिज दुनिया का सबसे ऊंचा रेलवे आर्च ब्रिज है। हमारा अंजी ब्रिज भी इंजीनियरिंग का बेहतरीन नमूना है।
India's infrastructure achievements didn't stop at the rails. In Tamil Nadu, the new Pamban Bridge, India's first vertical lift sea bridge, was inaugurated, joining the league of iconic global bridges. Maritime infrastructure also saw a milestone with the launch of Vizhinjam International Deepwater Multipurpose Seaport, India's first dedicated container transshipment port, boosting trade and positioning India as a global maritime hub.
India's infrastructure achievements reached the skies and waters too. Phase 1 of the Navi Mumbai International Airport was inaugurated, easing pressure on Mumbai's existing airport. And in naval infrastructure, India inducted 2 stealth frigates, INS Himgiri and INS Udaygiri, with over 75% indigenous content.
Government's capital investment in infrastructure surged to 11.21 lakh crore rupees or 3.1% of GDP, showing how infrastructure is now a real multiplier of economic growth.
From code to cosmos, chips to clean energy, 2025 showed that technological self-determination is no longer a vision, it's India's unfolding reality. But it was also a year of cultural momentum as India reclaimed its civilizational confidence and placed culture at the heart of its national identity, with sacred traditions, historic celebrations and record-breaking gatherings taking center stage.
Jai Mahakumbh. The Mahakumbh in Prayagraj drew over 66 crore pilgrims, making it the largest spiritual gathering on earth, far surpassing the Rio Carnival, Hajj or Oktoberfest.
Jai Mahakumbh, pag pag jaykara Mahakumbh, tan kumbh kumbh man kumbh kumbh jeevan sara ab kumbh kumbh is satya sanatan dhara.
On 25th November, the Prime Minister hoisted the saffron Dharma Dhwaj, fulfilling a 500-year-old aspiration and marking the Sri Rama Janmabhoomi temple's completion, a symbol of India's civilizational resurgence.
Grand-level celebrations were launched to mark 150 years of Vande Mataram, the national song of the country. Over 1.6 crore Indians recorded their renditions of the national song, turning a historic song into a mass participatory tribute to India's freedom struggle.
दुनिया के इतिहास में कहीं पर भी ऐसा कोई काव्य नहीं हो सकता, ऐसा कोई भाव गीत नहीं हो सकता, जो सदियों तक एक लक्ष्य के लिए कोटि कोटि जनों को प्रेरित करता हो और जीवन आहूत करने के लिए निकल पड़ते हो। दुनिया में ऐसा कोई भावगीत नहीं हो सकता जो वंदे मातरम, ये हमारी स्वतंत्रता का मंत्र है।
In other cultural landmarks, the Tripura Sundari temple was redeveloped, sacred Buddha relics were repatriated after 127 years, and the Maratha military landscapes were inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List.
The festival of Deepavali also joined UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List, where the PM launched Gyan Bharatam, a project to preserve India's rich manuscript tradition. 2025 was also the year in which, amid global uncertainty and shifting power equations, Prime Minister Narendra Modi emerged as a stabilizing and influential leader, earning attention and respect worldwide.
From standing firm against aggressive US tariffs to delivering a strong blow to Pakistan-based terrorists with Operation Sindoor, Prime Minister Modi asserted India's strength in 2025 by suspending the Indus Waters Treaty and declaring that blood and water cannot flow together. Prime Minister Modi set a new normal.
पाकिस्तानी फौज, पाकिस्तान की सरकार जिस तरह आतंकवाद को खाद पानी दे रहे हैं, वो एक दिन पाकिस्तान को ही समाप्त कर देगा। पाकिस्तान को अगर बचना है तो उसे अपने टेरर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का सफाया करना ही होगा। इसके अलावा शांति का कोई रास्ता नहीं है। भारत का मत एकदम स्पष्ट है। टेरर और टॉक एक साथ नहीं हो सकते। टेरर और ट्रेड एक साथ नहीं चल सकते। और पानी और खून भी एक साथ नहीं बह सकते।
Prime Minister Modi received a record 29 international honours and addressed parliaments in 4 countries, reinforcing India's role as a pillar of the global south. World leaders and influencers from Dominica and Guyana to Vladimir Putin praised Prime Minister Modi for his integrity, vision and leadership in shaping global affairs. In fact, the Prime Minister achieved a unique feat on personal diplomacy. Several world leaders broke protocol to personally connect with Prime Minister Modi.
In 2025, Indian sports reached new heights. Record medals, major reforms and better infrastructure set the stage for a new era of excellence.
With 65% of India under 35, sports have become a key tool for youth empowerment. Backed by a record 3,794 crore rupees allocation to the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports in 2025-26.
On 9th March, India clinched the ICC Champions Trophy for a record 3rd time in Dubai. On 2nd November, the Women's Cricket World Cup title finally came home, marking the team's first ever victory in this prestigious tournament.
The champions of the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup India 2025 are the host nation, India.
This year, Neeraj Chopra won gold at the Paris Diamond League with a throw of 88.16 meters. He also claimed the inaugural title at India's first international javelin event, the Neeraj Chopra Classic, with a throw of 86.18 meters.
बहुत अच्छा रहा, प्रेशर वाला दिन था क्योंकि इतनी भीड़ थी और सब कुछ था, प्लस एक एथलीट की तरह नहीं माइंड चल रहा था और भी बहुत कुछ चल रहा दिमाग में. पर फिर भी जिस तरीके से हेडविंड थी तो मैं काफी खुश हूं परफॉर्मेंस से.
In the world of chess, Divya Deshmukh made history by winning the Women's Chess World Cup, while India celebrated victories in squash, archery, boxing and kabaddi, further cementing the nation's growing dominance across multiple sports.
From bold economic moves to historic cultural milestones, from scientific breakthroughs to sporting triumphs, India's journey in the year 2025 was truly extraordinary.
As we step into 2026, these stories remind us that progress is not just in plans or policies, but it is in the lives it touches, the milestones it creates, and the confidence it instills in every citizen.
From all of us here, thank you for joining us on this journey through the year. Namaskar and a very happy new year 2026.
You are listening to Year-End Program 2025 Year of Reforms by News Services Division of Akashvani. The anchors were Lalima Anija Dang and Amrit Bhushan. The program was written and edited by Tripti Srivastava and produced by KP Singh.